Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe. My channel is about all things makeup, so if that interests you, then be sure to subscribe. So today I am using the Jaclyn Hill Devine Neutrals palette. This palette is $18 and you get all these shimmers and mattes. For this tutorial, all I used were the matte shadows. I created this smoked lash line look. I'm all about the matte looks for fall. And so yeah, I tried to use every single matte shade in this palette and I just created this fall smoky lash line look. So if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. And in my tutorial, I'll be using Ariel's brushes by Morphe. These brushes are so soft, almost too soft, but and this is just a ColourPop brush. So these are the brushes I'll be using. And so the palette I'm going in with is the Jaclyn Hill Devine Neutrals palette. And the first shade I'm going in with is the shade Just Barely on an A25 Ariel Morphe brush. And this shade doesn't really show up that well. I don't know if it's my skin tone or what, but it's like a warm transition shade. And so I'm just going to blend this out into the crease area with the A25, which by the way, Ariel's brushes are so soft, almost like too soft. But yeah, so I'm just going to blend this into the crease area. I blend this shade all over. I do take it up pretty high, but I'm just really defining all of that lid crease area. Next shade I'm going in with is Good Vibes on a Ariel 25, the same brush. And I'm going to blend this into the crease as well. I just wasn't satisfied with that first shade. And so I'm just going to blend this all over, just really trying to focus more on the outer crease area. But I'm just really going to make sure I get that definition I want in the crease. So I'm just blending it all over, kind of like the first shade, but really working on the outer crease. So next I'm taking the A11 Ariel brush with nothing on it and I'm just blending out the crease, trying to just make sure everything is nice and smooth. And on an A25 Ariel brush, I'm going with the shade Booked. This is like the warmest red tone brown shade in the palette. And I am going to blend this into my outer V, like on the eyelid and up into the crease. I'm just really trying to build that smoky effect. And it's a really pretty shade. I love this shade. It's very like red tone and it's really fall appropriate and I just like love it. So I am just building this up and blending it out in the outer V. And I think these brushes, they're just like so soft. It's like, I don't know. They're so soft, which I like. You know, I cannot complain about that. And I just feel like it's almost a little hard to work with because I feel like I'm used to pigment. I don't know. But I mean, they worked and they worked for the look and I like them, but just be a warning, if you're used to stiffer brushes, they are very soft, which I think I will grow to get used to. But so I'm just blending this into the outer V, up into the crease, just building that smoky effect and just making sure it's nice and well blended and smooth. So next I'm going in with an A25 and I'm going with the shade Boo Bear, which is a chocolatey warm tone brown. And I'm really disappointed. I'm kind of out of frame for some of these, for some of this blending, but I am just blending this out on the outer bottom V and along my lash line, just so I can start really smoking out the lash line in the outer V. And I'm sorry I'm out of frame here still for a little bit, but just blending out that outer V and the outer lash line is just so trendy right now. I just think it makes the eyes appear bigger if you're really focusing on the outer part of the outer V. And I just love the smoky lash line. It's like messy, but like effortless. And yeah, it's like really trending right now. And on a ColourPop E18, just like a flat shader brush, I'm going in with the lightest shade in the palette, which is Chic Happens or Chic Happens. I don't know. I think it's chic. But anyway, so it's just a light vanilla shade with a tiny bit of shimmer, and I'm just patting this in the inner half of my eyelid just so I can really cause the contrast between the light inner lid and the dark outer lid. And then it's kind of messy. This is a very has a lot of powdery finish, like a lot of fallout. But yeah, it's pigmented as well. But I'm just packing it on there, and then I'm going to blend it out with a blending brush. And I'm just using the brushes from before with whatever shadow is left on them. So next I'm taking the Ariel A16, and this is like the eyeliner brush, and I'm going with the darkest shade in the palette, which is Cinnamon Roll. This is a really deep chocolate brown, and I'm just gonna run this along the lash line. Once again, I'm sorry I'm out of frame for this, but just lining it like eyeliner and then just kind of like dragging it up a little bit. I just want it to be smoked. I don't want that to be like a defined line. I just want it to be pigmented and like smoked out at the lash line. And so I bring this actually all the way into my inner corner, and I bring it all the way out, really making sure it's nice and smoked and dragged down the outer V. And then this is just going to make that perfect smoky lash line that's super trendy right now. And yeah, I really liked how pigmented this cinnamon roll shade was. And so just take your time with this, but this can also be kind of messy. You don't have to be perfect, but making sure that the darkest part is in the outer V. These shadows are pretty dusty, so I'm just dusting away the fallout. I tried to do like a winged shadow look, but it just was a fail. So I just end up trying to do a wing shadow look and then just blending it out. And again, just making sure everything's nice and well blended and smooth. No harsh lines. On a ColourPop E21, I'm going to go with the shade Good Vibes and start blending out my bottom lash line. This is just like a dense, pointy blending brush. And so I'm just going to blend this in my bottom lash line. It's going to add some warmth to help balance out the look. These shadows are just so powdery, like they're very nice and blendable, but I did notice some fallout on my nose, so I was just brushing it away. But yeah, very powdery, very blendable, but there is fallout. And again, I'm sorry that I get out of frame for some of this blending. I will make sure next time to be in frame the entire time. Then I'm going to go with an Ariel A7, which is a really pointy blending brush, like a pencil brush. I'm going to go my bottom lash line in the shade Boo Bear, which is that nice, rich chocolate shade, just so I can add some darkness and definition to the bottom lash line. And then I'm going to go in with the A7, which is the same brush, and the Cinnamon Roll, which is the darkest shade in the palette. And I'm just really going to put this on the outer lower V of the lash line. And this really helps smoke it out and just balance out the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to highlight my inner corner with some Becca Vanilla Quartz highlight. This is like a beautiful shimmery shade. And I'm just using like a small shader brush. It's like another Morphe brush. And I'm just highlighting my inner corner. And once again, I'm dusting out the fallout. It never really messed up my makeup, but I was definitely noticing fallout. Then I'm going to apply some black eyeliner to my bottom waterline. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills black eyeliner. And then I'm applying some mascara. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara. And then I'm going to go with some Ardell Demi Wispy lashes, my absolute favorite. And that completes this look. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and then comment below a tutorial that you would like to see next. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.